Hi everyone, and welcome back to Art with Mrs. S. Today we're going to be using oil clay to create a snowman. And just a reminder, to make this oil clay work, you got to kind of warm it up in your hands. It's really cold outside. And to do that, you don't need to throw it or hit it against anything. You're just going to move it back and forth in your hands and warm it up. Now, if it's too big of a piece, you can make it smaller by pinching and twisting it. And then now I can break it up into these smaller pieces and warm them up a lot faster with my hands. If you want to do it again a second or third time and make smaller pieces, twist, and I can already start feeling my pieces warm up. They're getting a little gooier like taffy. And I can shape them and form them a lot easier now. I even twist one more time. And I'm going to be ready to form these pieces into my snowman parts. To make a snowman, it's kind of like our insect. If you're here for when we did our insect, we're going to roll these 3 spheres to create our snowman. Now, I'm going to start out with the smallest one. If you want to roll it on a flat surface like your desk, you can. Or some people like to put it in between both their hands and then rotate kind of in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion to create a nice sphere. Now, I'm going to make the second part of my body. This one's going to be a little bit bigger, so I can roll it either in my hands or on the table. So I can create the midsection of my snowman. Squish those together. Now I left a bigger piece and I have some extras to make hats and eyes and nose and hands. So I have those to the side, and then I have this big piece for the bottom. If you didn't leave enough, you can pull some off of one of your spheres and then re-roll it into the shape that you want for your snowman. Kind of have to press hard on this one. It wasn't all the way warmed up. It's the biggest piece. And now I can kind of squash those together. And you can smooth these shapes out. But now I have the biggest part of my snowman. The next couple pieces I'm going to get some small little chunks off. I'm going to make 2 eyes. I'll have a couple buttons, 2 or 3 will do. I also want a carrot nose. I'm going to do 2 arms and a hat, but you can change up your details. You don't have to do one exactly like mine. For the eyes, I kind of roll these small little spheres and then squash them on. And now I could use something like a clay tool or pencil to poke kind of another dot in there. I got 2 circles. You can kind of start seeing my snowman come to life. Got that bigger piece. This one I'm going to roll kind of like I would a snake or a coil. But then I'm going to pinch the end to create that carrot. And I have this giant carrot nose I'm going to squash on there. And I have those other little pieces I can add for the buttons. And the last couple of details, you can do things like scarves. You can have your snowman holding something. I'm just going to roll some thin coils either on my desk or in your hands to create arms. And you can have your snowman sitting up. I have mine laying down so that you can see the snowman. If I had it sitting up like this, you would only be able to see the top of their head. So I'm going to keep adding. I can add little hands. I can add little fingers to this. And then maybe I'll also get that hat on. The hat I can kind of roll a rim for and squash it on. And the last part is kind of that top hat so that I can have a full snowman. There you go. When you're all done, if you've used all your clay, if you want to make something else, you should have a little bit of time. And if we have time today, we'll get cleaned up. We're going to put our coats on, and then we'll also get to play a little bit of a game. Thanks for joining me today. I can't wait to see all of your awesome snowmen.